NSSFF proudly presents the 4th Annual Nigerian School Sports and Family Fun Day on Saturday, 29th August 2015, Bank Holiday Weekend, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Venue, Norman Park, Bromley, London, BR2 9EJ. It's going to be a day of maximum fun and a football match for the coveted Principal's Cup. Lots of food and drinks. This event will be streamed live to a global audience. For further details, do visit www.nsff.co.uk or telephone 0771 972 0031. The 4th Annual Nigerian School Sports and Family Fun Day. Admission £1. It will be a wonderful day out.
Okay, they ran very well. Today, we ran food and menstruation.
What?
Food and menstruation.
Will you call it confusion? Will you call it mystery? Or would you rather call it insanity? What is it that we don't have in this house?
Prayer.
What?
We need prayer.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening from wherever you're watching us. Yes, welcome to this exciting show. I usually have a broad smile when I'm talking about Africa, but especially one particular country that was the breadbasket of Africa once upon a time, Zimbabwe. Yes, today, after 12 years of sanctions, foreign aid is now being streamlined back into Zimbabwe. But should Zimbabwe now accept foreign aid? That's the question we're asking today. Should Zimbabwe now accept foreign aid after 12 years sanction? Please do give us a call. The lines are open, 0208-808-0693. And guess what? Guess who's on the panel here today to discuss this with me, but also to tell us about an amazing event that's coming up on the 29th of August. I'm not going back. 29th of August. A big event is coming in Leicester. Everybody will be heading to Hinkley Island Hotel. Guess what it is? I'll let you guess after seeing the crown. Miss Zimbabwe UK, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hi, thank you for having us. I'm good, thanks. And you?
Listen, aren't you supposed to be having that crown on your head?
But it looks
or do you want me to steal it? Because I've always wanted to wear crowns.
I think it's easier to steal if it's on my head. So if it's here, I can quickly grab and run.
Wow, fabulous. Jackie, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And of course, sitting next to you is one hopeful who is hoping to steal that crown from your head. Now, seriously, on the 29th of August, she's hoping to steal it, yeah?
Yeah, she is.
Corinne Sky, how are you doing?
Thank you for having us, Pauline.
Welcome to the show. You looking ready to steal that crown?
I am ready.
You're ready. What will the other contestants say?
They'll try to do the same, so I'm sure they'll understand.
Wow, incredible. Now, I know that Miss Zimbabwe UK has gone on for over 15 years, but in the recent years, maybe 2 to 3 years, 3 years ago, Simba Media took it over. And it's just been going up. It's been amazing. I was at the boot camp with you guys in Luton, and I just said, whoa. I didn't even know that we have such bright, beautiful, intelligent African girls here in the UK. I was proved wrong when I came to the boot camp. Wow. And now, Jackie, you are behind pushing these girls. There's a lot of pressure going on because you're the reigning queen.
Yes.
But you also want to make sure that you mentor so that the right person takes the crown.
Absolutely.
Now, yeah. Now, tell us, how's it been going?
It's been going really well. It's like being a big sister,
Yes.
Being a friend, just being a listening ear, or just kind of being that person who says, deal with it. I can't help you. You're gonna have to try and help yourself at this moment.
Right.
But I do try to keep my line open for anybody who wants to ring in and talk to me about what's going on.
Right.
Or to just tell me about what they're excited about.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my role kind of changes according to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm absolutely loving getting to know the girls. They're really great girls. It's been really great. I love the lineup this year. Very, very interesting people. That's for sure. Very interesting
I agree with you there. Quite interesting. Some of them with incredible dance moves. And
oh yes, I remember that. The first boot camp, we had somebody dancing for us. That
Yes.
was in high heels as well.
Yes.
That was awesome.
and that was traditional dance as well.
It was, yeah.
Just
yeah.
goes to show how the girls are so much in touch with Africa, even though some of them were not born there,
Yeah.
but they're keeping tabs. And that's one of the reasons why I actually like Miss Zimbabwe UK is the guy behind it is so passionate about connecting, you know, the gals with, you know, Zimbabwe. So it's incredible. Now, how has your journey been?
Long and great.
Long and great.
Long and great. There's been challenges, but there's been good times. I've had my family 100% behind me. Sometimes actually right in front of me, pulling me along.
Seriously?
Yeah.
When I'm more excited than you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But when things get hard, yeah, they're definitely not the giving up family. We're more of a, now that you've cried about it, what's the next step?
Right, move on.
Move on. Don't just wallow in one place, actually, what you're going to do going forward.
Right.
So they've been with me along the way. I've had my church family as well. They've been awesome. My placement family has been awesome. So I've just been surrounded by family, and it seems everywhere I go, I make new friends. So.
Yeah, but of course, and the man, the Iron Man behind it. Shall we say Iron Man? No,
Yeah.
it's not Iron Lady. Simba, he's just incredible,
He is.
you know.
Because I think the opportunities that have been presented to me, because I do have the option to say yes or no to whatever's presented to me. So the opportunities that I've been presented with are actually opportunities that even my mom is actually happy to say, yeah, you know what, go and do it. This will be really great. So he's been a really great support. There are times when actually he will kind of say, okay, if you're crying, you're just going to have to stop
Yes.
and do something else.
Yes.
So I'm warning whoever comes next. If
Yes.
you want to cry every day,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Now, Corin, I have actually had the pleasure to work with him, but he's an incredible guy. He's very passionate about Africa and Africans. Now, most of the beauty pageants are headed by females, you know. How do you feel that Miss Zimbabwe UK is headed by a male guy? Were you skeptical in the beginning? Or
No, not at all, because having met Simba, he's very passionate about women.
Yes.
And not in any, like, weird way. He's
No, not in the sexual, you know, yes.
But he's passionate about women being empowered and making sure that women are no longer disempowered. And it's nice to see a man that's spearheading women's rights and a movement for women. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's actually good.
Is that one of the things that attracted you? The passion that he has?
Yeah, because I initially signed up for Miss Zimbabwe UK and then I dropped out. And then I met Simba, like, by chance. And then he, like,
Give you
gave
the
me
lecture.
his whole spiel. And then I was like, yes, I want to be part of this.
He told you, young lady, this
Yeah.
is what I want you to be. I want you to be a leader.
Yeah, I want you to be a leader. I don't want you to be a follower.
Yes.
And that you have the potential to do anything you want. I was like, yeah, let's do it.
So how do you intend to win? Because you're not there to lose, are you?
No. How do I intend to win? Just by
Yes.
doing my best. I've, like, been on social media, making sure everybody knows about Miss Zimbabwe UK. And actually recently, I came across some social media bullying. Like, when Jackie got the crown, she got a lot of, like, bullying from the community.
Oh,
And
but
it
did
was-
you?
Yeah.
Because I know that the bullying happened with Miss Zimbabwe actually in Zimbabwe. I
Yeah.
never knew that you also experienced it right here in the UK.
Yeah.
I think it's. I think there's a bigger spotlight on Miss Zimbabwe in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
They have. I don't know whether I should say whether they have a bigger following. I don't. Or it's always a case of there's always something that comes out, and
Yeah.
I think sometimes people focus too much on the negative stuff, and we forget that actually we are somebody's kids.
Yes.
We're somebody's kids, you know. We're not the ones that hurt the most. We were actually talking on our way
Yeah.
here. It's my mom who hurts the most actually when things are said, and she knows it's not true.
So what
She's
kind
the
of things
one
did
who
they
hurt.
say?
Sometimes it's just really silly things like, you
Like
know,
what?
she's too dark, she's not Zimbabwean.
Well, hold on a minute. How can you say she's too dark is a silly thing? It's serious for them to say that, for a fellow African to actually say that. Because I know that's the biggest problem now with the Zimbabwean beauty pageant is people are seeing the face, you know, of the contestant, and then they're comparing, oh, this dark-skinned woman cannot represent us.
Yeah.
You know, this is serious.
I call it silly because I think, like you said, it's a minor little detail that most people wouldn't notice. But I think, again, it's something that somebody started, and it's gotten to such a big thing because, again, micro picking everything.
But it is serious because a lot of people, there was a lot of hate online for the Miss Zimbabwe back in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
I don't know how big yours was. It is serious in such a way that a lot of people comment, and it's not a joke.
Yeah.
They're serious about these jokes.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show that there's a big community of Zimbabweans that, you know, are still prejudiced about somebody being dark
light
skinned.
or dark skinned, and there's still that divide of, I don't know, if you're light skinned then you're more beautiful than a dark skinned person. That's the way that they'll see it. But it's a shame, really, because you can be born in the same family. My sisters are lighter than me and my brother's darker than me, but we never used to see that until you start to go somewhere and then you hear somebody going, oh, you're darker than that person, and suddenly it's a negative thing. But it was just, I don't know, it's just picking apart, like taking little things and picking everything apart to make it hurt even more. And obviously somebody talking about, well, she's not really a size 6, is she? Not in a nice way, but in a really mean way about it.
Of course, yeah,
so
that's mean.
It's very mean.
It's just
it's
mean.
It's a very mean thing to say, and I just had to tell myself, at the end of the day, I'm being judged by somebody who really doesn't know me. They don't know what I do,
and they don't know what you're doing for Zimbabwe while you're here in the UK.
Yeah, so they don't know me. They just saw a picture of me. Maybe they were not even at the event to hear my Q&A and everything like that, but they heard about me or they saw something about me and they decided to jump on that bandwagon. And that's why I was telling the girls, try not to, just because someone says this person is bad, don't jump on it because you actually don't know the person personally. And when you start saying the same things, then actually when things like that happen to you, you're just the same as everybody else who tries to bully you. Now,
Corinne, I know you said that you entered and then you came out of it again and then you went back in. Is that one of the reasons why you entered and came out? Because you didn't want people to criticize you and pick on you and maybe even say, if you won, they might say you're not light-skinned enough or you're not tall enough? Or is that one of the reasons why you quit?
No, that wasn't the reason why I initially quit. I initially quit because I wanted to join Miss Zimbabwe UK because I wanted to be a role model and representative for my country. But then I was thinking, does it go with what I'm currently doing? And I don't want it to be confusing people with what I already do.
And what are you currently doing?
Right now, I'm a journalist and a digital content creator. So I write articles, and I also have a fashion website, and I sell clothes. So I was thinking, will it confuse people? And then people might start thinking I'm a model, and that's not what I'm trying to do. So that's the reason I dropped out. But then once I joined again, and I came across the social media bullies who they were picking on me because they said I had dark knees.
Are you serious? How did they get to your knees anyway?
I had a picture.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were like, she has dark knees.
So literally they go and pick and even enlarge these pictures and see your spots and everything.
They were like, they cropped the picture out of just my knees and they were circulating it around and like making fun. And I was thinking, but the reason why, you don't understand the reason why I want to be Miss Zimbabwe UK. It's nothing to do with my appearance. I didn't enter the competition because I thought, oh, I'm so beautiful, I'm so pretty. I entered the competition because I thought I have a lot to say and I can represent my country. But now, the people I'm trying to represent are picking on me for my knees.
Picking on you for your knees. I mean, if there's any Zimbabweans watching right now, what would you tell them about, you know, the cyberbullying, but also just picking on people just because of their skin color, or just, you know, like just what they look like? What would you tell them?
I would tell them we have enough racism in the world. We don't need people from your own country like saying horrible things about your skin color, saying that you should bleach your skin. I was recommended that. They told me I should bleach my skin.
Seriously?
Yeah, they said I should bleach my skin. And I'm thinking,
to have chances to win?
Yeah, in order to win this competition. And I'm like, that's really no advice to give a child. Because the people who are saying this, they're like adults, people in their 30s and 40s, and you're saying in order to win a beauty pageant, I should change my melanin, like potentially get cancer because to win a beauty pageant. Yeah, and I think that's just wrong. I think that that's no way to raise children in this country. We have enough hate already, and we don't need to promote like this post-colonialism hate amongst each other. It's unnecessary. Absolutely.
Now, Jackie, as the reigning Miss Zimbabwe UK, you've obviously gone through these challenges of people calling you names and saying you're not light skin enough. God forbid, if you were short as me, they would also be saying you're not tall enough. How did you deal with it, and what are you doing to make sure that Zimbabweans actually know how to value people for who they are, and not for what they look like?
Okay, the way I see things is you need to get to know a person, you need to get to know their experiences. That includes stuff that they've gone through, their family, the things that they're doing, the stuff that they're passionate about. And that will tell you actually a lot more about the person than actually what you're making up, because you'll find that what you're saying is so far south that it's just not working. It's just not who that person is.
It's not.
But I have a Facebook page, and on there I do put up some quotes and things like that. But for personal reasons, I haven't put up pictures of my family or especially my sisters on that, because if people are saying mean things about me, I wouldn't want it to affect my little sisters.
No, absolutely.
It just wouldn't work for me. They're 7 and 15. It just that would hurt me so much. But also because I'm a Christian, I've had mentoring as well, people that I talk to. But I found that actually for every one person who says something mean about you, there's about 10 other people that are backing you up.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So
you
just
stayed
don't focus
positive
on the negative. You focus on the negative, you just keep going down that hole, and it'll be so hard to come out. So it's just about focusing on the positive. And I found it easier for me actually for something that somebody said, if it really hurt my feelings, because there's some things that people say, and you think to yourself, I haven't heard that one before. That's very interesting.
And you start to believe it.
So there's some things you brush it off, but the ones that I start to believe, and I feel myself going into that, because there are some comments that will really hurt your feelings, and you think to yourself, I can't do this. Like, this really hurts. This person doesn't know me.
How many times did you think that, you know what, I can't do this, I'm returning the crown? How many times did you feel that way?
I remember an afternoon I spoke to Simba. It feels a bit silly now because I saw it out, but I remember an afternoon I spoken to Simba and he wanted me to do something, but I replied him too late because I was focusing so much. There was a woman online who had said something about me, and I noticed that my family, especially my cousins don't mess around. They quickly started following her and telling her, no, you can't say things like that, you don't know who she is, and they were fighting back, but I don't like to do that because at the end of the day, I'm the one who comes out in the wrong. And that had really got me down. I remember I was crying and I thought, I really can't do this. And I rang Simba crying. I said, I'm sorry.
You're returning the crown.
I'm trying my hardest here. And I kept on going around in circles because I kept on thinking, how am I going to tell him that I can't do this when he's giving me so many opportunities, and, you know, somebody who's been trying to help you, and then all of a sudden you just want to say, okay, I'm getting off this train. I just can't do it. But it was hurting so much. I remember ringing him and crying and saying, I really can't do this. His words of wisdom were, all right, ring me back when you've calmed down. I've spoken to your family before, and this is not you talking.
Yes.
So you need to calm down and ring me back, then we'll talk. And when he said that, I did put...
That sounds very much like
I did put my phone down, spoke to my sister, and she just went, how long are you going to cry for?
Yes.
That moment, if she's making you cry, she's going to make you cry. Then that lady down the road is going to make you cry.
Right.
So, come on, sort it out. You said you signed a contract.
Yes.
Signed a contract for a year.
Yes.
You are going to spend a year as Miss Zimbabwe UK.
Yes.
Calm down and let's talk about it. So I calmed myself down and we talked about it. And now we just laugh about those things. But
incredible.
There was a time when I think that was my lowest point during this year, where I just felt out of control.
Wow, incredible. Now, we're still talking about Zimbabwe. Of course, you guys are representing Zimbabwe all over the world. Now, Zimbabwe is currently on the news for, it's been having sanctions for the past 12 years. But now the doors are opening and everybody wants to give Zimbabwe foreign aid. What do you think? Should Zimbabwe now accept foreign aid after 12 years? What do you think, Corinne?
Well, from my understanding, the reason why Zimbabwe didn't accept foreign aid was because when the West come into places like Zimbabwe, when you accept the foreign aid, it's not necessarily free. It also comes with...
You're paying back something.
You're paying back something, and you may be compromising your core beliefs in order for that money. So with me, it's one of those things. It's kind of like, do you take the money and potentially make the country a better place, or you leave it and the country continues declining? But I think that also there's a lot of corruption in Africa. So even if they were given the money, maybe mismanaged. So I don't really know. I'm not sure. It's very...
It's a tricky one.
It's a tricky one.
What do you think, Jackie?
It's a very... I understand what you're saying, because I think it comes with conditions.
Yeah.
It's bound to come with conditions.
Of course, nobody just dishes
out the money and says, yeah, here you go. But it's bound to come with conditions. And I think when I was reading the article today, there was an argument of even if they have been sanctioned for 12 years, they've still been getting some aid through NGOs and all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. But they don't have conditions. You know, you can still keep your core values. Because we are built on certain principles, and I think it comes in and it tries to compromise those principles.
Right.
So there's always, I think, I would hate to be the person who makes the decision as to whether we take the money or we don't take it. Because on one end of the spectrum, I think of somebody, a girl who grew up next door to my house. She was smarter than me. She was smarter than everyone in the class, but she couldn't continue because they couldn't afford education. Right. Would that money make things better for her? And if they do, what are the consequences? Do you see what I mean? It's, it's very tricky because you know stories, you know experiences, but you think to yourself, I'm so happy I'm not the one who has to make that decision.
But remember, Zimbabwe, of course, used to be the breadbasket of Africa.
Absolutely.
You know, so to go back and borrow and plead with everyone just seems, you know, Zimbabweans, I don't think they want that, do they?
I don't think that they want that either.
Because the economy is improving, isn't it? Yeah. And of course, with the lot of Zimbabweans in the diaspora pumping in money back home, it's, you know, it's bound to rise. But we want to hear your views. Give us a call, 028-808-0693. Should Zimbabwe now accept foreign aid? Please give us a call. Let's interact with the beautiful beauties all the way from Zimbabwe. Yes, and we're also talking about the big event coming up on the 29th of August, which is going to take place at Hinkley Island Hotel in Leicester. Have you got your tickets? If you haven't, please do rush to the website of the Mr. Zimbabwe UK. It promises to be an wonderful event because I have actually met the contestants. They are bright, they are beautiful. Yes, light skin, dark skin, everything is there. I know Zimbabweans, you're going to go on Twitter or Facebook on the 30th. They're going to go and start scrutinizing. But this is the time to scrutinize. Go and start supporting the contestants. I think we do have a call online. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I am calling from London, Labuko. In my Zimbabwean language, we say masikati. That means good afternoon.
Maskati.
What did you say again?
Maskati.
Maskati. Did I get that right? Maskati.
Yes, maskati. Good afternoon.
All right, great.
Yeah, I would like to say, thank you for coming to the show, and thank you for taking my call, people. And you girls are looking absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
I want to talk about what the girls are talking about, this dark skin, light skin nonsense. So the thing is, we black people need to understand the importance of our darkness. See, because we have been brainwashed to think that darkness is ignorant, darkness is bad, darkness is dumb, darkness is backward. But in the Christian Bible, it says, God says, let there be light. So for this God to be asking for there to be light, that means this God was standing in darkness. So those who tell you that darkness is ignorant, darkness is dumb or backward, they are the ones who are dumb, backwards, and ignorant, because their God was standing in darkness. Light. Number two, I want to talk about this thing that we African people need to know. This thing is called melanin, which is the God particle. Melanin is spelled MELANIN. Melanin is what many black people, we African people, do not understand the importance of it. Melanin is what converts the sun ultraviolet, which is called sun rays, into vitamins for the body, which is called vitamin D. This is why we see me as a black person, I can go and stand in a desert in Sudan where it is 150 degrees heat.
Absolutely, yes.
See? Right? And in other words, black people actually use the sun's light as a power for the body. Meanwhile, some black people actually out here, they are bleaching their skin because they don't understand what melanin is.
Right.
There's also a saying that says, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
But there is a lot of pressure on young girls like these? For instance, I don't know if you've been following the story of the Miss Zimbabwe back in Zimbabwe, you know, all the negative things that were written online. But let's not even go that far. The current Miss Zimbabwe UK also there was a backlash because some Zimbabweans claim that she's too dark to be Miss Zimbabwe.
Yeah, so as Zimbabwe is a black people's country. It's not a white man country. So those who coming and tell me that they are light skinned, they are not the ones who are not Zimbabwean. We are dark skinned people. So if you're coming with your bleached out skin and telling me that you are Zimbabwean, I don't think so. You are not a Zimbabwean. We are dark skinned people, okay? So anyone who come up with their so-called light skin is saying that whiteness is beautiful. See, this is the thing you see, Sister Pauline, because our people's mind, yeah, we need to understand this proper, yeah? The mind of our people, right, has been conditioned, or actually it's brainwashed, yeah, to hate darkness. This is what we call self-hate. See, you cannot hate yourself and then come and tell me that you love me. You don't love yourself. You love yourself first, and then you can start love others. So the minds of our people has been conditioned to hate themselves. So they've been brainwashed to believe that blackness is inferior. Blackness is wicked. Blackness is a curse. So this is where you see our sisters now bleaching their skin to the point where they damage their skin. I had a cousin, right?
Yes.
Your mother, actually, she was saying the mother was chasing her about the darkness of his skin. That she went to a point where she had to bleach her skin with some chemicals that she didn't understand. So what happened was her face came out wet. That she can't even now stand outside because her skin is like, you know, when somebody like, it looks like somebody has been poured acid on your face.
Right.
She's got now this skin condition where now it's even, she can't even stand outside. She has to cover it all over all the time because it's now always itchy. She's got all these things because of self-hate. Somebody was teasing her because of it. That is so and beautiful. So this is the nonsense, really.
Now,
understand.
There might be some contestants watching, because not all contestants are here today. So many of them would be watching. And of course, that confidence boost is very important. And of course, they're also worried about the light skin, dark skin, because it's something going on at the moment. What advice would you give them?
Well, the thing is, right, I don't subscribe. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah, I do not subscribe to this white skin, light skin nonsense, right? Because I know for a fact, right? You as an African person, Zimbabwean person, you should be comfortable in your own skin. You come up here with your skin, which you don't have anything to do with, but somebody somewhere told you to hate yourself. Then you started acting like it because somebody told you, oh, you're dark skin. So what do you expect me to do? Okay, what are you then? You are light skin. What benefits does it give you, being light skin? What makes you think, okay, you are light skin, tell me what is it that you can do that me, dark skin person, I cannot do?
Right, that's significant.
You tell me that, what is it that you can do that me, dark skin person, I cannot do? Because I can do something that you cannot do. Especially when I'm dealing with these so-called white people, they tell me that, yeah, you're black, you're white. And I say, okay, me, I am white skin. Let's go and stand in a 150-degree heat and see what happens. This is what I want to find out, right?
Yeah.
I can stand in a 150 degrees because I know my skin will start producing some natural oils to suit my skin. What makes you think that white people nowadays, they are dealing what is called, they go to extreme where they do what you call sun tanning. Sun tanning,
right.
Sun tanning, then if you get blackness so much, why do you buy this chemical called, they put themselves in them ovens trying to darken themselves. They call it sun tanning. I don't think so.
Right.
Imagine your skin telling me you're sun tanning.
Well, do you know what? We really, really appreciate your contribution. I'm sure the contestants who are not here today have taken one or two things from what you've said. It's so significant, and it's important as well to hear from adults supporting the young people. Our young African youth in the diaspora need that kind of support. So thank you very much. We do appreciate it. And we hope that you can make it to the event on the 29th. We hope he'll be there.
Hopefully.
We'll look for you. Wow. You know, he's said some really important things, like the question that you should ask yourself as a light-skinned person, as a dark-skinned person, what is it that you can do that I can't do?
Exactly. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
That's the one thing now the young people, go and ask whoever is dissing you, what is it that you can do that I cannot do?
When I was on social media, I
Yes.
said to the women who were saying that my dark knees never
Was
stopped me
it
from
older
doing
women?
it.
Like,
Older women,
Mm-hmm.
in their 30s and
Normally
40s.
is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said my dark knees have never stopped me from achieving anything. And they're like, but you want to enter a beauty pageant. But then what I did was I did Corinne's knee challenge, and I got hundreds and hundreds of women to take pictures of their knees and hashtag. And
so you
show-
did the knee challenge.
challenge.
Let's get my knee out there. Yeah.
Let's see. And we saw a different type. We saw light knees, dark
Yes.
knees, like bigger knees, smaller knees, and it just showed that Zimbabwean women come in different shapes, colors, and sizes, and it does not make you any less beautiful, or it does not stop you from achieving anything.
Wow.
It's just the way we've been conditioned to think that light is right, and it's not.
But however, I'm going to be a bit controversial here because it's been, I think, 4 years since I judged a beauty pageant, and I always say, no, I'm not judging. You know, every time they contact me, I say, no, I'm the good one. I don't judge, because I just want to empower all the contestants. But when the judges do sit there, some of the judges are actually looking for, they say, the real facial beauty. Now, as an African, how do you judge the real facial beauty of another African?
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can. I think, obviously,
I've been on panels where judges have been arguing that, I'm sorry, she's not going to sell. She's not going to sell this pageant well. Look at her, you know her. Do you know what I mean? I've been on those panels, but how do you?
But I believe you judge somebody according to your own bias. So my experiences, who I am, the people I see, and whatever it is that I do will cause me to either see this person as beautiful or not beautiful. So I think I just told you, I think sometimes it's not even about whether the person is beautiful or is not beautiful, because I've had actually an email before on my personal Facebook where somebody said, it was a line where they said something like, the past 2 Miss Zimbabwe's have not been pleasing to the eye. And it's a thing of, they haven't been pleasing to your eye.
Yeah.
Right.
Without me being rude, but they haven't been pleasing to your eye, because I don't think you can ever define beauty. There's so many, YouTube videos that you watch, so many studies that come up, and nobody can actually define beauty, because even when you're in the same family, you're not going to be as beautiful as each other. Everybody is beautiful, but I'm not going to be beautiful like Corinne, and Corinne's not going to be beautiful like me, and we can't be beautiful like you. There is no as beautiful as this person. I think it's beautiful like this person, because I don't think you can ever be that. Obviously, when you first see somebody, you judge them by their physical appearance, but again, it's your own bias that tells you whether that person is good looking or not. So.
Interesting. Hold on to that thought, because we're going in for a break, and when you do come back, we're still on Miss Zimbabwe UK. Hi, this is the Pauline Long Show. It's a very popular global talk show. As you know, watching us from right here in the UK, you can always tune in on Sky channel 182. That's Ben Television. We want to discuss issues that affect you. Hi, this is the Pauline Long Show. It's a very popular global talk show. As you know, watching us from right here in the UK, you can always tune in on Sky channel 182. That's Ben Television. We want to discuss issues that affect you. Welcome back. Yes, we are talking about a country that used to be the breadbasket of Africa. Yes, Zimbabwe, a very beautiful country. I wish I was from Zimbabwe myself. Welcome back, guys. Honestly, secretly, I always wish I was Zimbabwe.
We always claim you.
I don't think my Kenyan president will be happy though. Guys, now the big show is coming on the 29th of August. Everybody's lining up to come to Hinkley Island Hotel in Leicester.
Yes.
Are you ready? Corinne, are you ready?
Yes, I'm very ready.
You are ready?
I'm very ready.
You're ready to take that crown?
I'm ready to take it.
I'm going to ask you, Jackie, do you think she's ready? And all the other contestants?
They can have a crown. I don't know if they can have mine. But they are, I think, this year we've got a group of girls who are hungry for it.
Very hungry.
Very hungry for it, actually. They're doing really well. You can tell that they're preparing themselves. I like it when people ask me questions. I know there's some people ask me questions and then they say, I'm really sorry I'm asking you all these questions. But actually, it shows me how serious you are about this whole thing, because you don't want to just go in not knowing anything. So the more questions I get asked, the more it shows me that these girls are really serious. They're doing their research. They want to know what's going on. So I think they're doing well, actually. Yeah, they're definitely ready. That's for sure.
And I know you spend a lot of time with them, and one of the reasons why you should get somebody who represents your country of Zimbabwe is somebody who is passionate, who should be passionate about Zimbabwe.
Absolutely.
Do you think the girls are passionate enough? You know, from what they're talking to you about, from the questions that they're asking you?
Yeah.
Are they in Zimbabwe, in UK, but into Zimbabwe?
They're very passionate about Zimbabwe, and I think they're passionate in a different way.
Right.
I think adults have a set idea of what, if you want to enter Miss Zimbabwe, this is what you should be passionate about, this is what you should be working towards, and this is what you should be wanting to fix. But these girls, they're going in sideways, they're going in the other ways. It's just really, there's no straightforward route. They're just like, for example, one of the girls, she came up with, to talk about tribalism. Nobody ever thinks about tribalism. No. We're all thinking about education, child poverty, and all this. No, she said, tribalism. We can't start, and she's absolutely right, we can't start working together unless we are united, you know, because there's always this saying, umuntu ngabantu, you are who you are because of the people around you, of the community around you. So for us to become a community, we need to deal with the tribalism stuff, we need to deal with everything around that. So I think she had experienced it, and that's why she felt to talk about it. I personally hadn't thought about it.
Is it a big thing in Zimbabwe, the tribalism?
Yeah, this whole Shona and Ndebele thing. I think one of the things, it's a nice comment, but at the same time I feel like it excludes other people to think of, oh good, Ndebele won this time, it's always a Shona who's winning. And it's like, it's good, but at the same time it isn't.
Did you get that when you won?
Yeah, a couple of times.
What are you, Shona or Ndebele?
I'm Ndebele. Yeah, so you do get that a couple of times, but it's a thing of, but in having said that, you're taking away a part of who I am, because I've got Shona friends and they're so close to me that maybe they've become my family. And by you saying Ndebeles are better than Shona's, actually you are complimenting me yet insulting my family. Do you see what I mean? So
you're saying that some people are probably looking forward to Shona taking the crown now?
Yeah. Or Ndebele keeping the crown.
Right.
So
it's that serious?
Yeah.
Whoa, Corinne, what do you think?
I think it's unnecessary. We're all from Zimbabwe. We're all Zimbabweans. Before I wasn't really involved in the Zimbabwean community. So the more I got involved in it, I experienced what she's talking about more, that there is a divide between Ndebele and Shona people. That it's always, oh, we're Ndebele, we're Shona, it's never we're Zimbabweans. Yeah. You know, and it's ridiculous to me.
But how is it going in the pageant? Do you see that sneaking in?
No.
With the girls?
No. The girls that we have, they've grown up in the UK. And the UK's
so the parents have no influence in them?
Absolutely. You go to a school, in your school you're not going to walk in swinging your fist going, I'm Ndebele.
Or I'm Shona, yes. Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've grown up in a diverse place, in a diverse school, in a diverse home, and wherever you go, whatever town you live in, it's going to be a diverse town. Yeah. You can't just always be swinging your fist around. Yes, I have pride that I'm Ndebele. I'm very proud of my heritage. Right. But at the same time, my pride is not so much that I'm now actually not
thinking that you're better than the Shona.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, I hope the girls are watching, and I hope they're not going to take on what you say the opposite way, you know, because some of them might not even have thought about it.
Exactly.
You know?
Don't think about it until you see it written down, and you think, oh,
Yeah.
do I need to worry about that? Do I
Yeah.
even need to? And you think, no.
And they may even now start doing research about Simba. Is he Ndebele or he's Shona? You know?
Simba actually, Simba does talk, well, he kind of speaks in Ndebele. He thinks he speaks in Ndebele. It's not that good.
Yeah.
But he tries. Do you see what I mean? There's a difference between not including somebody and totally just ignorance. So he will, when he talks to my family, he will try and talk in Ndebele, and my mum is just always shaking her head and laughing and going, I don't know why he doesn't speak in Shona, because I can speak Shona as well.
Right.
But he's acknowledging that I understand your Ndebele and I'm trying to learn your language, but I am Shona and this is what I do know. And my mom does the same thing, and we all, like, my family does the same thing. So we understand there's Ndebele and Shona, but at the same time, like you said, all Zimbabwean.
One of the girls actually said at the first boot camp,
Right.
she was the only Shona person, and everyone else was Ndebele, but they were like including her, and they were like teaching a different word, and she actually liked that. But
Right.
she was thinking, oh gosh, I've come, and no one speaks Shona, everyone speaks Ndebele. So then
Right.
they were like saying her, oh, this is what this means, this is what this means.
Yeah.
So they were including her in everything, which kind of shows the
Yeah.
kind of group of girls we have this year.
It's a
isn't
very
it?
good group, actually.
Yeah.
I quite like it.
Now, from a contestant point of view, what should, the people that are watching who might want to come and attend the event, what should they expect?
What should they expect? Well, they should expect diversity. They should expect girls who are really trying to represent their country in different ways. Like Jackie said, everyone's passionate about different things, which shows the diversity of our country, which shows how well our parents have done. They've
Exactly.
actually raised us very well in a foreign land.
In here in the UK, and you're still in tune with Africa.
Exactly. So they should expect that, and they should expect it's more than just a beauty pageant. Miss Zimbabwe UK has never been, eyelashes and extensions. It's always
Serious?
been-
I thought, is that why you don't have eyelashes?
No, it's not that. I don't have any. It's more about the kind of person you are and what you're passionate about and what you want to do for your country.
Right.
So they shouldn't judge it based on a superficial ideal. It's about the whole person. Like Jackie said, when they were saying these things about her, they hadn't had her Q&A. They just thought, oh, she's not what I think is
They just have
beautiful.
not met Jackie.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. 'Cause
Yeah.
if they meet Jackie, they'll be like, whoa, this girl needs to keep the crown the next 5
Exactly.
years for Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, Jackie, from an organizer point of view, because now you're not a contestant
No.
and you're not one of them, so they shouldn't be making friends with you too much. Have you told them that?
I have told them that countless times, but they always think I'm joking. They go, "Oh, you're
Call
too
her Boss
nice."
Jackie.
Yeah.
Boss Jackie or
Yeah.
Your Highness. Happy Jackie, happy life.
Yeah.
I've heard that one before.
Yes.
But they do know that. But at the same time, it's a sisterly relationship with the mentor. So we know that actually when Jackie says announcement in capital letters, she means business.
Yeah.
Yes.
This and this is happening. There are times when I do say, okay, I wanted this at 1:30 and it's now 2
Yeah.
o'clock.
Yes.
You're not going to get it because you didn't send it in on time. So
Right.
you're cut off. It's as
Whoa.
simple as that. But it's because I want whoever takes over to be as professional as as professional as they can. I don't believe in this whole African time thing
Right.
that everybody seems to kind of have a mindset of. I don't believe in that. I think if you're invited somewhere, like we were invited here and we were told to get here for 12:30, we got here for 12:20.
Yeah.
You always make sure you get there with 10 minutes to spare because you might get lost, which we did.
You should hang out with a lot of Africans, you know?
But
Right.
obviously there are times when I'm late, when my supervisor goes, "Why are you so late?" But I think you're a brand.
Yeah.
Carry yourself like a brand. It's not just about you. You're representing Zimbabwe.
A whole country.
If you're being invited, if you're being invited by somebody, I don't know, like let's say an embassy somewhere, which is a different country's embassy, you don't want to turn up there and then go away and they'll think, I don't want to ever work with Zimbabweans again. You've just spoiled it for every single
And you
Zimbabwean.
spoiled it for Mugabe as well.
Exactly.
You know, Uncle Mugabe. You don't want to spoil
You
it
don't
for
have
him.
to spoil it for him.
No.
But you've just spoiled things for everybody. So I think always remember that you're a brand ambassador. Even if you're just a contestant, you're a brand ambassador. What you put forward is the impression that some people will have of Zimbabweans for a good long time.
Yeah.
So you always have to make sure that actually you're not just thinking about yourself, but other people are coming after you.
Now, still back onto you, Jackie, from a organizer's point of view, and the viewers watching now, and I'm sure they want to come and see the beautiful Zimbabwean ladies, but what should they expect?
Oh, I am looking forward to the entertainment. Entertainment, I love music.
Who's coming? Any famous Zimbabwean?
Kamikaze Test Pilots, they're coming. So they headlined 2 years ago. So I'm last year. The year before, they headlined the year before.
Right.
And they were at Pacheco Awards. So they are coming. They sing in Shona. They're actually quite
So Ndebela gonna feel left out?
Of course not. We
I'm starting with one
as well. Don't you start it as well. So we do have, and then obviously 3-course meal.
Oh gosh, we love our food. Is it African food?
I think it's a mixture of everything.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that.
What is the main Zimbabwean food?
Sada.
Sada. And which
Or
I think
Strala.
in my country we call it ugali.
Yes.
Some people call it sima.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be there.
Should be, hopefully.
I will turn up. That will be there. Yeah. Seriously, there are people watching as well who want that to be there.
I know, that's
Promise me
the
it's going to be there.
if it's not there, I'll make you some myself.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're looking forward to the 3-course meal.
Yes.
What else is going to be happening on the day? Obviously, the entertainment is great, but I don't think it's just music. I think we've got other people who are singing, dancing. I think
There's 6 performers.
6 performers.
Yeah.
We're waiting to confirm on another one. But the contestants themselves, actually, talent this year is going to be a whole section of its own. I think it should just be a pageant alone.
Right.
Talent, obviously, I can't tell you because I have to keep it under wraps for them. But
Right.
their talents this year, they thought outside the box. They are bringing bigger and better things than we did last year, which I am very, very happy
When you say
about.
bigger and better, why don't you just tell us a little bit? We want to turn out, you know? Give us a little bit. Yeah.
Let's just say one of the girls is not thinking about just a singing. She's thinking about a whole production.
Serious.
Yeah.
Okay, this is serious
a whole
now.
3-minute production.
Right,
So
okay.
if you think about a production, I'm thinking commitment. I'm thinking lights, camera, action.
Yes.
So you've got somebody who's not thinking just a little me on
Just to
stage.
come and sing an a cappella and go.
Yeah, I'm having people asking me, can I bring my piano with me? No, you cannot bring your piano with you. I've got somebody who plays for me, or I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna need about 5 cameras to project something. And I'm thinking, ooh,
Okay.
okay, we can make that happen. But
Yes.
you've got people who are thinking outside the box. They're better than last year. I absolutely love that because I want whoever takes over to be even better than me. Onto because I'm gonna go, yeah. We're growing upwards, which is really good. So, yeah, we're looking forward to all that stuff. And obviously, it wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. We love our sponsors. Western Union's our biggest sponsor.
Yes,
so
big them up.
big up to Western Union.
Yes.
So they're our biggest sponsors. So, yeah, it wouldn't be possible without them. The hotel itself is amazing.
Right.
If you're not impressed by the performances, you'll be impressed by the hotel itself.
Just look at the building.
Just look at the building.
Just go
and
round.
everything
Keep
will
going
make you
round.
feel
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Absolutely. It's it's an amazing venue with amazing people, and hopefully it'll be even more complete when amazing people come and support us.
I must say that Zimbabweans are a very warm people. You know,
Absolutely.
they're just nice people, very, very friendly. Now, having said that, are you getting enough community support from Zimbabweans here in the UK?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I believe I am. I don't know about you because I think we all operate on your different social media. That becomes your community.
Right.
Yeah.
21st century things, you know. Facebook is now your community. And on my Facebook, it's amazing. The minute I post something, it's immediately shared.
Okay. Are they sharing because you have a crown?
No, this is mostly my family.
Okay,
I've got
right.
a very big family.
Right.
So I'll put it on there. And it's immediately shared. So I've got people who are right behind me all the way. It will be shared 5, 6, 7 times. And always a thing of, oh yeah, we're all supporting you, baby girl. And it's all
But
about
isn't it
this.
amazing
It's
that you have family
amazing.
supporting?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. So yeah, the community is right behind us. Obviously there's 1 or 2 people that wouldn't be happy, but you can never please everybody.
can't please
all
everyone.
you can do is say this and present what you want to you want to give. This is what I have. This is what I want to offer, and it's up to the people whether they take it or not.
What about you, Corinne?
Oh, it's been astounding. I get messages from all over the world, people saying that we're so proud of you, you're doing our country proud, and the Zimbabwean community has been very, very supportive of me. Absolutely amazing. Even when I did my knee challenge, hundreds of people like joined.
That is that is
solidarity.
wicked. That knee challenge.
Yeah. So they've been very supportive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, if you had an English friend or American friend, and obviously there's things that have been said about Africa, Zimbabwe included, negative things, what would you tell them? Just one line, something positive about Zimbabwe, just to airbrush all the negatives that have been said about it. What would you tell them about Zimbabwe?
I tell them about Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a hub of culture. There's so much that happens in Zimbabwe, that has happened in Zimbabwe. And I think because it's not maybe well documented here in the West, people don't really understand much about Zimbabwe, because people are more aware of like Nigeria and Ghana. But that's what we're here to do. We're here to educate people about Zimbabwe. So I tell them it's a hub of culture. You have no idea. Cecil's just the beginning.
And Jackie, what would you tell them?
I think for me, I lived with my placement family is white. I always say I've got a white family and a black family.
Right.
Actually, I never realised just how interesting Zimbabwe was until I lived with them.
Serious?
And they've got so many questions. They want to know so many things. And actually, my white mother, as I call her, my placement mum, she now knows how to cook sadza. She's quite big on stuff like that. So she wants to know, what foods do they eat? What do you cook? And all that stuff. So if anything is said about me, I believe she's the first one to defend me. And not in a brush way or in a harsh way. She's the first one to defend me with facts and say, actually, you know this about yourself, or you know this about your country. So my white friends, actually, I think they would probably know a bit more about Zimbabwe than I would, I'm afraid, because they love to research about Zimbabwe. And
yes.
I never realised how interesting our country is until then. So they're great.
So do you think that Zimbabwe then is going to come back as a breadbasket of Africa sometime soon?
Hoping and
with
praying.
Young leaders like you?
I think it can, because I think the new generation of Zimbabweans, we don't think the same way that our parents do.
Right.
Our parents are great and they were raised one way, but we were raised another way. And because we are all willing to work together without this whole you're black, you're white, you're green, you're yellow, you're fat, you're skinny, you're black, or you're too dark, you're too light, or you're shona, you're ndebele. We're presenting a united front. If as young people we keep that going, we are the next people to take over the country. I mean,
tell Uncle Mugabe that.
But do you see
him,
what I mean?
I do love him.
Yeah, but do you see what I mean? The younger people, naturally, they're going to take over. It's a natural order of life. We're going to take over things. And if we continue being united in the way that we are, Zimbabwe has no choice but to go up and flourish.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to take on politics?
Ooh, no.
No.
I wouldn't do politics now, I'm afraid.
What about you?
My whole idea in joining Miss Zimbabwe UK was more of a political friend. Yeah, I'm very political.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So I may not be directly like a MP, but I still want to be involved in like in the community and helping our community, like having a community center, things like that. So yeah.
And of course, getting involved in politics is one way to influence change.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
Wow.
Like it's one of the only ways.
Incredible. Now, guys, I'm going to give you the last chance now in 30 seconds, 30 seconds each. Just tell the viewers back home what this event is going to be like and why they should turn up very quickly.
Okay, you go.
Look at the camera. Yeah.
Go on, Jackie.
Thank you. So Miss Zimbabwe UK, as you know, is about empowering young women. And I believe by coming to the show, actually, you are showing that you're supporting whatever these young women are doing. And you're supporting them in a positive way, because there's so much negativity about our youth. But by coming to the event, you're showing that you're supporting positivity.
Oh, fantastic. What about you? Very quickly.
Like Jackie said, the youth is the future. And we need to all join arms and support one another and make this event amazing.
Incredible. Jackie, Current Queen, thank you very, very much. And of course, Corinne, I wish you all the very, very best. Now, thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope we will all turn up on the 29th to Hinkley Island Hotel in Leicester. It's going to be fabulous. Thank you very much. And until tomorrow, keep it locked on Ben Television. Goodbye.